You're waiting for an elevator, or watching the final 10 seconds tick down before a virtual meeting begins. In these tiny, everyday gaps of empty time, a habitual reflex takes over. Over the last 15 years, we've effectively wiped these micro-transitions off the map. We filled those spatial and temporal gaps with algorithmic feeds, streams of content designed to saturate our brains with rapid, passive consumption the moment things get quiet. The result is a modern daily routine where a true, unstructured moment of boredom is increasingly rare. In our current work culture, eliminating dead time feels like efficiency. Plugging every gap in the schedule with an article, an email, or a video gives us the sense that we are making the most of every second. However, recent neuroscientific data suggests this constant input carries a biological cost. By systematically killing boredom, we may be cutting off the very conditions required for a specific, vital brain process to begin. Our pursuit of digital productivity is creating a collision between our screens and the biological engine of our inner life. For decades, science treated a resting mind like a dormant machine. But zooming in on the physical brain at rest reveals intense electrical activity. Researchers call this system the default mode network, or DMN. The biological paradox of the DMN is that it operates as a hive of complex cognitive processing, yet its trigger mechanism requires the cessation of external stimuli. The DMN operates on a specific rule. The brain's highest level outputs only happen when we stop giving it external inputs. This diagram maps the 4 distinct functions of the DMN. When the network activates, it consolidates memories, taking the scattered events of your day and weaving them into a coherent personal narrative. Simultaneously, the network manages social cognition. Letting your mind wander allows it to run background simulations of social interactions, analyzing different perspectives to build your capacity for empathy. Then there is emotional regulation. During high-stimulation tasks, we often suppress complex feelings to maintain focus. The DMN uses downtime to finally process those emotions and stabilize your baseline mood. Finally, the network facilitates creative problem-solving. Freed from rigid, task-oriented thinking, the brain makes non-linear connections between disparate ideas. These 4 invisible processes write our memories, regulate our emotions, and generate our empathy. They are the biological foundation for our sense of self. The smartphone introduces a highly volatile, high-combustion fuel source into this resting environment that the DMNs simply can't use. Algorithmic feeds deliver rapid dopamine hits that condition the brain to view the slow, quiet background work of the DMN as unsatisfying. When you reach for your phone during a brief transition, you abort the DMN's processing cycle before it can complete its work. These digital distractions actively override and prune the biological rest mechanics we need to function. The long-term result of this systemic disruption is a state of cognitive atrophy. Without the required downtime, creative output stalls, and the capacity for deep reflection shrinks. Because our daily experiences aren't being properly consolidated, our sense of identity can feel fragmented. A life of infinite digital stimulation comes at the cost of our own internal narrative. Reversing this trend doesn't require a total rejection of technology. It relies on the intentional reintroduction of unstructured time. You can start by building digital off-ramps, carving out specific screen-free periods during a commute or while doing chores to allow the DMN to reset. You can also embrace productive boredom. Instead of reflexively filling every wait with consumption, treat those voids as vital opportunities to let the mind drift. The next time you find yourself standing in line doing absolutely nothing, you aren't wasting time. You are giving your brain the space to do its most important work.